The new Leaf can travel about 50% further on a single charge than its predecessor, according to the firm. But it still falls short of the ranges offered by other recent electric cars from Tesla and General Motors. Other updates included a new one-pedal driving system, auto parking tech and a more modern design. More than 283,000 Leaf cars have been sold since the Japanese firm launched the brand in 2010, making it the world's most purchased electric car. However, it is facing increasing competition in the fast-developing green car market, fueled in part by tightening emissions standards around the world. The general industry standard for model cycles is around 6 to 7 years, so the launch of the second-generation Leaf falls neatly into this timeframe, commented Ian Fletcher, principal automotive analyst at the IHS Markit consultancy. However, the next 3 to 4 years look set to see further upgraded and brand new vehicles, and manufacturers in this space still have everything to play for. What's new? The new Leaf, on sale in Japan from October and elsewhere early next year, has a longer range thanks to a bigger 40 kilowatt-hour battery. Because different territories have different tests for electric vehicles, the new Leaf's quoted range varies according to where it will be sold. In Europe it is 378 kilometers, 235 miles. In Japan it is 400 kilometers, 248 miles. In the US it is 241 kilometers, 150 miles. Electric cars tend to achieve about 20 to 25% below the European quoted figures in real-world tests. However, Nissan says the introduction of a one-pedal system, in which a button press turns the accelerator pad into an e-pedal that can start, accelerate, brake and stop the vehicle, will provide added energy efficiency gains. Motorists can, however, drive with both a separate accelerator and brake pedal if they prefer. Chris Lilly, content manager for the Next Green Car news site, said while the new model was not groundbreaking it should be more appealing to drivers. It takes every element of the old Leaf and improves upon it, and adds a whole lot of new features, he said. Those improvements also include an automated parking system, called ProPilot Park, that will take control of the vehicle to maneuver it into tricky spaces. The system can handle parallel parking, according to the firm, and can deal with up to 7-point turns. Drivers can also use dashboard controls to make adjustments to the parking spot in advance if they feel it is necessary. The model also automates single-lane highway driving. Prices will start at ¥3,150,360, £22,220, Nissan said. The Japanese carmaker said it would offer a higher-priced model, with greater power and range, next year. How it compares? Competition in the electric vehicle market is intensifying as major automakers join specialized manufacturers to develop high-tech, low-emission cars. Electric vehicle technology is advancing rapidly, costs are falling quickly and range is improving, said Professor David Bailey, an automobile expert at Aston Business School. But despite boosting its range, rival models can go further than Nissan's latest offering. The Tesla Model 3 can run between 354 kilometers to 499 kilometers, 220 to 310 miles, according to U.S. tests. It starts at $35,000, £26,850. General Motors Chevy Bolt, which is rebadged as the Opel Ampera E in Europe, has a quoted range of 238 miles, 383 kilometers, according to the same measurement system. It starts at about $38,000, £29,150. U.S. automaker Tesla is one of the pioneers in the electric vehicle industry, and despite recently releasing its cheapest model to date, it has traditionally catered to the premium end of the market. The Nissan Leaf faces more direct competition from models including the Volkswagen e-Golf, BMW i3 and Hyundai's Iconic. The Leaf is not going to challenge Tesla, next green cars, Mr. Lilly said. But the Leaf has price and manufacturing capacity on its side. You're getting a lot less range but you're paying a lot less, he said. Something's definitely changed since VW was caught fiddling its diesel emissions tests in the US. Car companies are accelerating plans for electric vehicles. Volvo says that after 2019, every new model will have some sort of electric engine on board. Jaguar's launching a rather gorgeous rival to the Tesla. But big problems still remain. Every significant journey needs planning. Someone at work, no names, tried to get to England's West Country in his new electric car last week, and didn't check the charge points properly. The first two were broken, he had not checked their status online in advance. Electric cars are also expensive. They are hard to charge if you live in a terraced house. The batteries lose power after a few years, and the country will need extra power stations to cope if everyone suddenly starts charging their cars. Diesel and petrol cars work because they are so convenient. Go anywhere. Fill up in minutes. And they can be very cheap to buy. Electric cars aren't nearly there yet. Nissan was one of the first automakers to market an electric vehicle to the masses when it launched the first Leaf in 2010. The Leaf became the world's biggest selling, all-battery car, with more than 280,000 units sold. Despite heavy investment, electric vehicles still represent only a fraction of conventional vehicle sales. Just over 2 million electric vehicles were registered worldwide as of 2016, according to the International Energy Agency, just a slice of the more than 80 million vehicles sold last year. One big opportunity is China. Automakers are jostling for a piece of the world's biggest car market ahead of the introduction of new rules designed to fight pollution. China wants electric battery cars and plug-in hybrids to account for at least 1/5 of its vehicle sales by 2025. European production of the last generation Leaf has taken place in Sunderland, which has produced more than 70,000 of the electric vehicles since its introduction in 2010. The battery-powered, 107-mile range, $30,000 Nissan Leaf has been the best-selling electric vehicle in the United States. But that leadership is under challenge with new, more attractive, affordably priced entries from Chevrolet and Tesla promising longer range for under $40,000. On Thursday night, Nissan debuted Leaf 2.0. And while it won't join the 200-like range for under $-40,000 club pioneered by the Chevy Bolt EV and Tesla Model 3, it will increase its range while remaining the EV segment's price leader. At just $29,990–$690 below the 2017 Leaf, the all-new 2018 Leaf promises a 40% bump in range to 150 miles and more mainstream design. Produced in 3 plants around the globe, including Smyrna, Tennessee, for the U.S. market, the Leaf was jointly developed by a global engineering team, including significant input on autonomous and regenerative systems developed by Nissan's Farmington Hills Tech Center. It's about the right value, said Overseas Chief Vehicle Engineer Chris Reed, who led North American Leaf development out of Farmington Hills. The Leaf was hitting about 90% of customer usage scenarios, so we made it 40% better. We all are dealing with the cost of batteries. We are working on a bigger battery for the customer that wants that range. But for our main customer who wants to be under $30,000, with 40% more range, more features, and a mainstream car, the Leaf is the right value relationship. While EV sales remain under 1% of the U.S. market, the Leaf aims to capitalize on increasing government mandates for zero-emission cars. The US's largest EV market, California, is mandating that 15% of vehicle sales by EV by 2025, while countries like England and France will ban the sale of gas-powered cars by 2040. When we launched Leaf in 2010, it instantly became the most affordable, mass-market EV in the world. We are not walking away from that proposition, said Jose Munoz, Nissan North America's Chief Performance Officer, in Las Vegas, where the Leaf's introduction was simulcast with Tokyo. Derided for its nerdy styling, the original, egg-shaped Leaf made a green statement with a smooth, grille-less fascia and smooth sides. The 2018 model conforms to the rest of Nissan's design portfolio with a familiar V-motion grille, anchored by its signature, chrome, bullnose ring, as well as boomerang rear taillights and more sculpted rocker panels. The rear C-pillar even gets the racy, floating roof treatment pioneered by the stylish Nissan Murano. Leaf 2.0 will initially come equipped with a 40 kWh battery with the up to 150-mile range that will eclipse other low-priced EV options like the Volkswagen e-Golf, the Hyundai Ioniq Electric, the Honda Clarity Electric, and the Ford Focus Electric. With a longer range, 60 kWh battery similar to that found in the Chevy Bolt, which should push the range past 200 miles. Plug the Leaf into a 240-volt, level 2 wall charger and it will fully recharge in about 8 hours. The new Nissan is also level 3, so-called DC fast charger capable, which can recover 90 miles of range in 30 minutes. But level 3 chargers are rare in Metro Detroit, with locations in Ferndale, Dearborn, Ann Arbor and a few other locations. The Leaf also introduces new, innovative technologies that the Bolt and Tesla have made synonymous with EVs, like single-pedal driving, Nissan calls it the e-pedal, and autonomous driving capability. In drive mode, the e-pedal is activated by a switch on the dash that allows for single-pedal driving, that is, when lifting your right foot off the accelerator, the car will start braking. Like the Bolt EV's LOW mode, the Leaf can come all the way to stop if the e-pedal is not applied for acceleration. The e-pedal idea was a product of Reed's Farmington Hills engineering team. If we didn't start that conversation here, that wouldn't have happened. We're always listening to customer feedback through customers' clinics and frontline feedback, said Reed. They understood regeneration and they asked if it couldn't do more. So that is where ideas started, and so the people running the clinics brought it back to the engineers. He says the team saw the e-pedal's greatest benefit on hills for parallel parking in stop-start situations such as on the steep hills in San Francisco. Nissan, a global operation. And all these little details differ from region to region. We did a lot of work on the hills of San Francisco, Reed continued. What is unique is the seamless connection between the regenerative brake side and the actual friction brakes. We call it stop and hold. You take foot off the pedal as it eases to a stop and it holds. Chevy's Bolt has outsold the Leaf in the US this year, while Tesla's Model 3, due this fall, has created a global sensation with more than 500,000 pre-orders. But Nissan executives touted the Japanese brand's reputation for reliability with a shot across the bow of Tesla, which has experienced quality issues and some highly publicized crashes. We have advantages that Tesla does not, said Daniele Schillaci, Nissan Executive Vice President of Global Sales. It's easy to introduce technology that grabs headlines, but it's harder to engineer it safely to make people's lives better. Engineer Reed says Nissan has never had a safety issue with the Leaf in its 8 years on the market. We gouged the battery with a nail and started it right away. We shot it with a bullet. Crazy things can happen on the road. We focus all our engineering experience on everything we do, he said.